This is Wretched Radio with Todd Friel.
You be the judge.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Order in the court.
This is Wretched Radio. Time to play an exciting round of You Be the Judge. That's right. I will share with you a plethora, and wow, do I have a plethora of stories. And you decide which one is the most disturbing. That's right. We're going to play which one is the most disturbing. Great. As always, you require a federal head because, well, you can't talk through your side of the listening device. And so instead, we will assign one to you, our very own in-house Lutheran, which means we should make this very short.
Yeah, please.
This might be kind of hard for you. This might border on longer, requiring your attention. Tony Verkenis will represent you as I share the stories. Tony, you determine what are we calling it? Which one is the most disturbing? Yeah, which one is the most disturbing? What we're calling this thing right here. Here we go. Story number 1. Hey, the Episcopal Church votes no masculine. Who writes these headlines? Episcopal Church votes no masculine pronouns for God. That's right. God is no longer a male, nor apparently a female. Instead, is just kind of an androgynous being. The Episcopal Church in the Diocese of Washington, D.C. voted, this was last week, to pass a resolution and puts an end to the use of masculine pronouns for God, revising the Book of Common Prayer. Listen. Can you hear the early Anglicans spinning? Was it Cranmer who wrote the Book of Common Prayer? I believe so.
I think so, yeah.
Wasn't it?
Thomas?
Listen, yep. Referring to God using masculine pronouns is to limit our understanding of God, reasoned the resolution. By expanding our language for God, we will expand our image of God and the nature of God. Uh-oh.
We will.
That's loaded with
by limiting
all kinds of heresy, isn't it? God's nature doesn't expand, it doesn't decrease. It's the maximum of everything that it could possibly be that is good, with all due respect. I think now, do they still have triple digits inside of the Episcopal Church in America? Or is it down to like 72 people who are still members? That's story number 1.
We can hope.
For your consideration right there. Story
all right.
number 1, the Episcopal Church, not surprising anybody, increasingly wonky. Hold on. All righty. My marker is not working. That's story number 1. What are we playing again? Which one is most disturbing? All righty.
Which one is most disturbing?
Sarah Silverman running for the gold here. This is just troubling. She attended a Lady Parts Justice League event founded by Daily Show creator Liz Winstead.
Say that again.
Silverman attended a Lady Parts Justice League. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think we know what that means. It's sort of like the women who were at the ladies' rally who wore pink caps representing a body part. That's just real classy, that. Liz Winstead founded it. She is the one of the creators of The Daily Show. Actually, she was from small town in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. Congratulations. Another export from Minnesota. Jesse Ventura, Liz Winstead, Al Franken. All righty then. Life is a living nightmare. A telethon to fix it. With the expressed mission of raising funds to support abortion. We've all got to have goals. Silverman blasted the concept of religious freedom, saying it's now used to enforce bigotry. Quote, religious freedom used to be such a beautiful thing because it was like this big inclusive thing in the country. And now it's just this shroud to legal. I need my glasses is what I really need right here. It's just this shroud. That wasn't much better, frankly. Looks like I'm looking through mud.
Stop reading. We're good.
To legalize hate and stuff like that, said Silverman. The second law parodied, mandated the cremation. Oh, this is what she said during the event here. That the pro-life law to protect babies not being aborted after 20 weeks, quote, makes me want to eat an aborted fetus. What she said. Yeah. Makes me want to eat an aborted fetus. Which one is most troubling? Story number 3. California overreacts and presumes every homeschooling family is molesting its kids. That's an interesting take. Lawmakers in the state have indicated plans to categorically require homeschool parents to prove through home visits, interviews, and other government oversight that indeed the parent is not abusive if they want to opt on their right to school choice, shifting the burden to the parent to prove to the government's satisfaction his or her parental fitness. This is fascinating in a frightening sort of way. Yep. Riverside County couple David and Louise Turpin, 13 kids, chained, malnourished, and clearly abused their kids. We all saw it. It was all disgusting. They don't represent Christianity in any way, shape, or form. But that is being used to do what? Use them as the poster child for all homeschool families in California. So legislators are now looking to increase government regulations on homeschoolers, laying the groundwork for regulation nationwide. They'd like to introduce legislation to cure the supposed problem of laxity in private school choice options, including homeschooling, which means involuntary quarterly home visits, government search of the family's home, interviews of the children to make sure that the kids aren't being abused by mom and dad. Isn't that nifty? Everyone who lives godly will be persecuted. The times they are a-changing. That's story number 3 for your consideration. By the way, there's no data or evidence to suggest that homeschool children are being harmed or at risk in any way, shape, or form in any other. The statistics pretty much across the board with non-homeschool and private school communities. Nevertheless, it's just an effort to shut it down. Disturbing story number 4. This could go with the Sarah Silverman story, if you don't mind me saying so. This should actually be in the which story is more annoying category, because this is not just disturbing. This is just downright annoying. Headline: the first story in the Bible was the first case of #MeToo. I'm just going to read it because you're not going to believe it. A 47-year-old female rabbi writes this: the story that begins the Bible is actually the story of the first sexual assault of a woman. The woman's name is Eve, and the perpetrator... I don't know if I can read it.
I can't even go there.
That's right. The Lord. Here is a young, beautiful, intelligent, naked woman living in a state of grace. She's hungry, so she does the most natural thing in the world and eats a piece of fruit. Okay, she wasn't hungry. She had lots of options. That detail aside, for following her instincts, trusting herself, and nourishing her body, she is punished. Her punishment: she'll never again feel safe in her nakedness. Well, that was one of the punishments. There were more. She will never again love her body. She'll never again know her body as a place of sacred sovereignty. What have you done? He God thunders. Eve wants to defend herself, but she's too ashamed to speak. Eve, our first mother, whose name means the mother of all things, is silenced, much the way the patients of Dr. Nasser were.
Oh, no.
Story number 4. Which one more disturbing? Wow. Dutch doctors euthanized 29-year-old woman who had depression. Listen to this beauty. Physically fit, wanted to end her life due to mental illness. We're allowing somebody with recognized mental illness to make a life and death decision. What's the matter with us? Given to this 29-year-old a lethal injection after her 8-year battle to end her life. Her bouts of depression, she argued, made her life intolerable and led her to attempt suicide and commit self-harm and arson. In other words, this woman needed a lot of help. What's the Dutch solution? They're so progressive and loving. Let's offer. She also suffered from borderline personality disorder, addiction, and anxiety disorders, and claimed to sometimes hear voices. How do we know that the voice she was hearing was, rational? Nevertheless, killing people. That would be story number 5. Tony, are you prepared to render a verdict to determine, what are we playing here? Which one is Which one is what?
Most disturbing.
Which one is more disturbing? Here we go. Story number 1. The Episcopal Church no longer calling
Disturbing.
God Father. Sarah Silverman, who wants to
Very
eat an aborted
disturbing.
fetus. Number 3, California wanting to make sure that we homeschoolers aren't beating our children. Eve was the first hashtag Me Too. Story number 5, the last one, Holland, euthanizing people who have mental illness.
I'm going with the female rabbi just because.
Congratulations! Oh. That was closer than usual. That one's disturbing, but the impact of that one, I'm not sure that's all that great. It just demonstrates a female rabbi who doesn't have clue number 1 about interpreting the Bible. I don't know. Killing our people, masculine pronouns, eating fetuses. I can't pick. This
What a world
is Wretched Radio.
Don't forget, if you would like to hear the entire daily broadcast, simply visit wretched.org, go to iTunes, figure out your favorite Android listening platform, and you can listen to the entire program every single day, downloaded to your listening device for free. Well, thanks to our monthly supporters called the Gospel Partners. If you'd like to partner with us, we'd be very, very grateful. Simply visit wretched.org.